Hey everyone, it is good to be back. I have a few announcements for you this week, some things that are exciting that are coming up. So I'm going to run through these quickly because there's some prayer requests that I have and also a few things to kind of project down into the future to put on your calendar. So first thing, tonight, your students are invited tonight to our regular Wednesday night. It's from 6 o'clock to 7:15. We will be going through James chapter 4:13 through 5:12. So if you want to read through that so that you can continue the conversation with your student at home, that would be awesome. But that's tonight at 6 o'clock. This Sunday we will have regular youth activities both in the morning time and in the evening time. We will have youth community groups at 6 o'clock, and then in the morning time obviously regular church service at 9 o'clock, and then Bible study at 10:30. Wednesday the 26th, we are finally finishing up James. I'm glad that we're closing that out before we enter into the new school year because there's going to be some special events coming up. So we will be finishing up the last part of James chapter 5 next week, 6 o'clock to 7:15. Sunday the 30th, Aaron and I will be out of town on family vacation. So Miss Amanda and Mr. John will be taking care of the Sunday school that hour in the morning time. And then in the evening time, we have the special outcry service where the entire church is encouraged to take part in. So we won't have regular community groups, but the students are more than welcome to still come and then just go up into the sanctuary and take part in that special service. And that's Sunday the 30th. August the 2nd, we will have an all worship night. Again, Aaron and I will be out of town. Miss Amanda will be here as an adult presence, but we will have an all worship night led by our very talented college band. And then Sunday the 6th is really when things get really kicked off in the student ministry. So mark that down your calendars. The first thing is that we'll have Youth Family Day after Sunday school. That's an event you do not want to miss. We're going to be going over a lot of details with pricing and events and everything for the coming school year. It's kind of like an orientation type of deal. In addition to that, there will be special discounts on that day alone if you register your child for our events. We have some really exciting news, so make sure that you're there. Please RSVP. I will have inserts in the bulletin over the next couple of Sundays, so you can fill that out with the number of people that will be attending for your family. Put it in the offering plate and I'll get that, or you can email me back at this email address and I will get that as well. We just need a count so that we know how much food to order. So that'll be the 6th after Sunday school, and then the 6th in the evening time from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock we will be doing a youth school year kickoff and 6th grade welcome. So all the new 6th graders are going to be invited to this. We're going to be at Todd and Joy Summers' house, and we're going to provide dinner, and it's just going to be a fun night where the kids can hang out and get to know the new 6th graders. So that's coming up. If you're a girl, make sure that you wear one piece, and if you wear a two-piece, you have to wear a really long shirt that covers everything and it's colored. So make sure that you follow that rule or I'm going to be sending you back home. Parents, help me enforce that. Thank you. Okay. Now, some exciting things. We're going to launch the website really soon. I don't know if many of you guys know that or not, that we have a website. If you follow us on Instagram, you do know that we've been developing that. I am so excited about that. I'm ready to launch it, but we are waiting. I'm waiting until Pastor Kenneth gets back into town to kind of show him it, and we're kind of brainstorming it. So it might be a little bit before we launch it, but whenever we launch it, I will be sure to let you know, and that will have a lot of pertinent information for the student ministry, especially in the coming years. We are moving ahead with the mission trip to Indianapolis, and that's going to be coming up the last weekend in September and then entering into fall break. I think I'm remembering it correctly, September 29th to October 2nd. If I'm off by a day, I apologize about that. Our registration deadline is August the 20th for that, so I have registration forms. They're actually down here in the youth room. I've also emailed everybody the registration forms as well, so your student will need to fill out one of those, or you will need to fill out one of those registration forms for your student. And then if you have not filled out a youth medical release form within the past year, then you'll need to do that as well. Speaking of, we'll have a notary at the Youth Family Day to update all of those forms, so you can fill those out at Youth Family Day if needed. So that is August the 20th for that deadline. Please be in prayer for the student ministry. We're entering into an exciting time. We're bringing in a whole lot of new 6th graders, but that's going to change a lot of dynamics down here. In addition to that, I've been burdened just seeing some of the older students kind of dissipate, and it's not necessarily that any reason that that's happened. I think that part of it is summertime, part of it's that a lot of them got license and they're just kind of doing jobs and stuff like that. completely understandable, but God's really burdening my heart, especially for those students that are kind of on the fringe right now. So please be in prayer, not only for their hearts, that they would be prompted to come and come to Wednesday nights and Sundays, but also that God would place visions on my heart and also on the hearts of the other leaders in the student ministry of how we can reach those students and draw them back in. Obviously, it's more than just making numbers. It's so much more than that. I just want them to feel accepted and loved here, and that this is a place that they can explore their relationship with God and also build relationships with youth that are pursuing that as well. So please, please, please be in prayer for that. Please be in prayer as we're planning for the coming school year, that God again would lead and guide. I want His will to be done and for Him to be made famous in everything that we do. So it's really easy to get like tunnel visioned into what I think would be a good idea. And so I need the Spirit's guidance in that, and our leaders do as well. So I value your prayers in that, as especially as we lead up to the school year. And then as we're in the school year, just be praying for these students. As you all know, it is a terribly difficult thing to be a youth in our culture today, and all the things that they experience at school and in the surrounding community. It's just hard. And so we're on the front lines with them, caring for them and guiding them in biblical truth. But it's hard at times. And so I just pray, or I want you to pray. I'm also praying, obviously. I want you to pray just that God would open doors for us to continue to build relationships with these youth that are coming, and that we would be really, really intentional in this coming year to guide them to His truth, and that God would use His truth to help guide them through these choices that they're making, both good and bad and everything in between. And so if you'll be in prayer for that, I would greatly appreciate it. If there's anything that I can do for you as parents, please let me know, which reminds me, right behind my iPad, we have this, Parenting Teens. This is a resource that I got from Lifeway, and I'm getting these on a monthly basis, and then I'm putting them down here on the youth information wall, and which I'm going to take this out right now. I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour of it, okay? You can kind of see it behind me. This is the information wall, okay? Those are the notes for my announcements. And then a bunch of forms and stuff right there. So if you ever are in need of information, or ever are in need of a resource like Parenting Teens or the Essential Connections, which is a youth devotional, and you want to put that in the hands of a youth, even if they don't go here, you want to put it in the hands of a youth, please feel free to come down here. They're free to you, and pick one up, take it with you. The drop box is also down here, so as you're registering and paying, most parents already know this, but put that in the drop box so that I don't have to track it down, and I'm having a bunch of change and stuff like that laying in different places. So whenever you do that, just put it in the drop box. I hope that everybody's having a good summer. I'm excited about this coming school year. Thank you for bearing with me if you watched all the way to the end of this. Geez, 8 minutes. That's a new record. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and I hope that this has been really helpful for you to know some of the things that are coming up. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to text me or call me or email me, and I will do my best to answer those questions. Thanks. God bless.